when I look upon everything that I'm seeing right now, I'm out here burning trash, watching that flame burn. I think, what got me to this point in life? I'm 50 years old. I'm out here talking to Jesus, talking to angels, and I'm thinking, is there anybody else out there that's doing the same? I've looked in the mirror for 50 years and never saw who I was. And I'm starting to see I'm something different, is why I didn't see myself. I hadn't reached what God wanted me to reach. Not the fullness of Christ, but the seeking of the fullness of Christ. And I'm out here listening to Tiffany Hudson, I believe that's her name, Available, from Elevation. I was in a dark place there, not evil place, just dark, broken. And I say I'm so broken that I'm unbroken, and it's available. And I told God, as the ash falls from the fire that burns within, heaven sent. I said several years back, they must have opened a window in heaven, because I hear him exactly like that. It's a fact that it happened. It's the principles that we live by. You can't live off of factual evidence. But the principles that supersede time and space is what we live by. And I think, Lord, what am I? I want to be a holy vessel. And I think about a holy womb, walking in the kingdom early. And I was always curious what that meant. I felt like I was walking in something as flies fly around me. They love smoke. Lady Does Barbecue says that they love smoke, and I remembered it. And I sit here and think the relationships that I've built over time. I can go just about anywhere, and I know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. And that's making somebody smile today. It's a song. And I look at everything that is pumped through this world, and we look at it as sin. Don't fall victim to the world. And I think the Holy Spirit is in everything. I want to be a victim to the Holy Spirit. A submission like no other. To be led by the Holy Spirit. Who is the Holy Spirit? To the Holy Spirit. I know you've heard me say it before. Who is Jesus? How sweet that name. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. I know that name. And I think if I saw Jesus back then, that's what I would say. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. I know you. I'm in 2024, Jesus. What are you doing to me? Is it for you? I need you to leave me alone, Jesus. And I think, I ask God, who is Jesus? Show me, please. I watched The Chosen, and I thought, you got to be kidding me, God. Is this that real? Then I realized heaven's door was open. And I had a dream. I found myself at a lock. It was an overhead door. And I was sitting down trying to crack that lock. My whole life, I've always tried to pick locks. I thought it was fun, even as a kid, from as early as I can remember. Stilts, all of it. 10th Street crew is what I called them. Now, we had a mama there. She was a spiritual leader of that block. Drunks all over that block. And we'd go outside and ride bikes, live in tents. We loved it. It all made sense then. And I wondered, am I trying to get back to 10th Street? We got back together after 30 years or so. I broke bread with them. I made food. Mexico. I made some riblets, some refried beans, some pico de gallo, some guac. We went insane. And nobody was saying anything. And I said, relax, let's talk. Mixed marriages. And no, I am the black Jew of that family. The one that's not supposed to fit in. And I say that because I found out that I'm from Jerusalem, Israel. After 47 years, 48. And I always knew it. I love my father. Split between two. Stepdaddy. DNA. Oh, he's your daddy. DNA said different. I can remember saying this, Mama DNA. What went down? Innocence. Twins. Thought she was farther along than she was. Oh, I love that man. It's true. And I told her, the Holy Spirit sent me to you. I'm not mad at you. But I've walked around my whole life trying to find my identity of who I am. Oh, I hung out with people of color. White trash is what I call myself. I just never fit in. I was separate from everyone. And I thought, what are you doing to me, God? And Jesus says, I'm showing you who you are. Rhyme and rhythm. Achy breaky heart. AI, we're burning this whole thing down. And I look at the serious Cyruses, and it takes me to the Bible. Yes, that's Miley Cyrus, Billy Ray Cyrus, Tish Cyrus, whatever his name is. He's a good-looking young man. Tattoos. Talented family. And it takes me to the Bible. King Cyrus. We're going to serve one God. Not the sun God, not the star God. He's all of them. Star God. Do you hear it? When I think about the Hebrews and what they do, it's always irrigation for the fruit that comes through. And I think, is it possible that we're all from the garden? I don't know. Maybe I've lost my mind to see the wind, but I hear it. Chosen few. Chosen few. And I thought, would I die for all these people? And I told Jesus, absolutely not, but I would die for you. I would die for a stranger. I would jump in front of it. I've been in those situations. Seen some horrible wrecks. And I just go into Michael. Undo that seatbelt. Lay there. It's okay. Military training. You're going to be okay. The ambulance is on their way. Do you hear them? Do you got a phone? Let me call your daughter. Is that your daughter? I don't know. Do you know old Bubbles here? That's my grandma. She had a wreck. I don't know if she's okay. She seems to be. She said she was reaching under her seat for some lipstick. She was 80-something. Thank you. I'm just over the bridge. I want to get out of here so the ambulance people can do what they do. I get back in my truck with my kids. Wow, Dad. Yeah, wow. A lady gets bucked off a horse in Total, Oklahoma in 2023. I turn around and I hold her and I ask her, do you believe in angels? Don't move. Something's broken. Just lay here. Lady was walking her dogs and they spooked the horse. I don't know if she's alive today, but I know she couldn't move. And I just said, lay there. And as I put her hair behind her ears, I said, do you believe in angels? I do. There may just be angels with me today, baby. Breathe. You're okay. It's gonna be okay. I love you. You're gonna be okay. Don't ask who I am. I'm just somebody in your neighborhood. My horse, she'll be fine. I'll look for her. Ambulance drivers come there. And I leave, of course. Mr. Ed, a talking horse. That's all she cared about was that horse. And I thought, if she passes away today, she did it loving that horse because that's all she could say. And I wonder, are you out there on Ryman time today? Green eggs on a train, a plane. And it just makes sense to me today. I know you're broken. I know you feel different than everyone. But you're somebody. I love you and I don't even know you. I like to think that you're my broken. I fell in love with my broken. The ones that couldn't cope with it. I go to these rappers and I think, what has happened that they put Christianity in there? They figured something out. They knew they were chosen for something different. And I look at NF, Christian rapper, Tech 9, rapped with him, and I loved it. And I thought, has this man always been a Christian? I went back and listened to his rap music. And I thought, my God, is that the Holy Spirit moving through them? All this, we bring a police in, shutting down NWA. And it's the same people that's putting out all this music. Death Row Records, Vanilla Ice. And I think, God thought twice. It's time for you to stop. Arsenio Halls, the Eddie Murphys, the Richard Pryors, the Robin Williams, the Chris Farleys, Tommy Boy, all of them. And I thought, there's a lot of people out there that think you're not Christians, but you help raise me. I am Jim Carrey and the Cable Guy. I was raised by TV, and I love it. But the funny thing is I was out in nature all the time. And I think about these guys and I wonder, did they have split personalities? And I think, no, they just had personalities. And as I feel them coming closer to the Lord, and I do feel it, I wonder, these flies, they drive me nuts. They evil. I don't know if they're evil, but they drive me nuts like evil. Just pesting us every single day. Trying to destroy that fruit of the garden. And we are all from the garden. And I look at the word Adam, and I think, ATOM. That spark must have been something special. That victory out of death, that life out of death. My mama told me, you speak life and death out of your mouth. And I've heard it 1,000 times, and I go around going, how are you doing today, love? No, they smile and they grin, and I think, you look beautiful today. You know you're loved today. I love you. We know, Michael. And I've made some good friends. And I would tell my friends, and they're knuckleheads, trust me, but they've done good in their life, the ones that didn't pass on. And I would teach them, I was going to say. I didn't know I was teaching them until I found Amazing Grace. And I would tell them, I love you. When my brother, who was my best friend, said, we like stepbrothers, that awkward hug. I can't tell them that. And then he texted me at Christmas and said, I got to get out of the way. I love you, Michael. And I thought, for a man to tell another man they love each other, I've done something here. But they've earned it, and I've earned it too. We've walked around looking for fathers, and a lot of us are fatherless. But I want you to know today that I love you. And I'm out here burning trash in Tuttle, Oklahoma, thinking about you, wondering, what are you going through today? And I want you to know that you're loved, not only by me, but by Jesus Christ. I know who he is today. God bless you.